Welcome to the Jeremy and Andy Talk Movies podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Andy. A new year.
A new slate of movies coming our way.
Yeah.
We just celebrated the year that was 2025 in movies. We did our top 5, bottom 5, most mid, all that fun stuff.
So much fun.
So much fun. So, if you haven't heard or watched that,
check it out.
You should do that. And now what we tend to do is as we turn the page to the next year, we talk about what are the things that are ahead of us that we're looking forward to. And of course, the things maybe we're not so much looking forward to as well. This one's always, it's an interesting conversation because when we're talking about the movies we liked, we're talking about all things that we know. We have now experienced it. This is all hypothetical. So The best we can do is kind of project and guess, and it's all feelings based.
Yeah.
I see this title and I feel this way about it.
Yeah. It's a shot in the dark in some ways.
Yeah. We talk about how this is, as much as we probably sound like we are bad-mouthing sequels and franchises a lot of times on here.
It's usually what we end up talking about.
Because as we say every year, it's what you know. You know, like a lot of these things, if you just see a title, you're like, well, I don't know what that is. Mm-hmm. But of course, there are other things, filmmakers that you see and you just are, even actors or actresses and you go, okay, just because of their involvement, that'll get me excited or not.
Yep.
So I think what we'll do is we'll start with the things that we're most excited about and kind of just throw those out there. And then I separated 3 categories.
Okay.
I got movies I'm really anticipating, movies I'm like intrigued about, kind of those like I'm anxious to hear kind of the early buzz or whatever, and or maybe get some response, and then movies that I just don't care about.
All right.
So, yeah. So starting with our most anticipated movies, I have a feeling that we both, much like this past year, or last year when we did this, we were like, we both have the number 1 most anticipated movie. It was the Mission Impossible Final Reckoning that we've been looking forward to. There's another similar kind of big release this year that I imagine is probably pretty high on both of our lists. Do you know what I'm talking about, Andy?
You're talking about the Odyssey.
I'm talking about the Odyssey.
Yeah, it's really hard not to be excited about that.
Yeah. It comes out July 17th, and tickets for opening day IMAX screenings were sold out. How many months ago?
I think like last July. I think
like a year in advance. It was like a big story, of course, that they put them on sale a year in advance and almost immediately.
Kind of a genius move.
It is,
because it's like people they just wanted that flex of being able to be like, I bought my Odyssey tickets a year in advance.
Exactly. And I think it like kind of inspired maybe a little like urgency to say like, hey, you have to.
Yeah.
Because like, if you wait to the last minute, other people have had a year to do this. So
I mean, and the truth is you really don't have to. You're going to be fine, but that's why it's genius marketing.
It is.
Yeah.
I really don't know what to expect from this movie. I'll be 100% honest. I know the Odyssey is like this literary classic. I don't know the story of the Odyssey.
I really don't either. I know the Cliff's Notes.
Yeah. That said, I know we've talked about Woody, who we've had on the podcast before, and a couple other people have talked about reading the Odyssey.
Yeah.
I think have you agreed to do that?
I have made a verbal commitment.
I think I might do the same.
Yeah.
We'll see if I follow through on that.
I didn't sign a contract, so
right. We're movie people. We're not book people.
It's not a book
necessarily.
podcast.
But we're gonna try it. So maybe that will help get me more excited for the movie. I mean, not that I need help getting excited, but Nolan usually deals with original material, Dark Knight trilogy aside.
Right.
And so
But that is just very much a Nolan thing.
Yeah.
Like he very much interjects his own movie making sensibilities and styles into the Batman lore.
Right. So I guess that's my curiosity about the Odyssey is like, I'm assuming he'll do the same for the Odyssey.
I think he will.
He's not the type that I could see just taking the story and going, I want to make it straightforward the way it is on the page.
Yeah.
But, which is, I think, actually the reason more so that I want to read the book.
Mm-hmm.
If I thought he was just going to make a straight on the page, I'd be like, well, why do I need to read the book? I'm about to see the movie. But I think I'm curious about, I want to read the book and
see
then
how
what Nolan saw and took and changed and made his own.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Nolan's the draw, especially coming off Oppenheimer. Where you're like, this dude just made a masterpiece basically out of a guy, inventing the nuclear bomb, and it made almost just right under $1 billion, like literally under $1 billion. Nolan's obviously the real deal. He's proven that. And then it's the combination of Nolan plus the material plus this unbelievably stacked cast.
Yes.
Like, you can just rattle off like 12 really good actors that are in this movie really easily.
Yeah, and actors that a lot of them I haven't seen together in movies before.
Mm-hmm. Cool combinations.
Yeah, like you're kind of like, oh, that's an interesting grouping of actors too, which I think is neat.
Really exciting. And then, have you watched the trailer?
I have seen a trailer.
Yeah. So, there's like a Cyclops type creature in this movie, and this is really the first time Nolan's going down that path. I mean, he's obviously done some far out stuff, Inception, Interstellar, but he very much grounds his movies in a reality. Mm-hmm. Even if it's something like Inception, it's very, guys in suits and The Dark Knight is kind of famously he brought that in the forefront. Grounding.
Yeah, he always likes to explain the rules of his worlds.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I'm really excited to see how he merges those two things. And there's a scene in the trailer really quickly. It shows a glimpse. It looks like an army rising from the dead, basically, rising out of the ground is what it looks like. And so I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to see how Nolan tackles some of this fantasy, supernatural type stuff. So just super excited.
Yeah, I think that one it's just kind of like the big event movie already.
Well, yeah.
Like it's already, earned that status.
It has. And that's kind of like Nolan's thing. He just basically is like, without saying it, it's like, I'm a huge deal. My movies are a huge deal. Everybody get out of my way.
Right.
And just let my movie dominate. And that's the plan. And I imagine it'll work. I don't really see this movie bombing or anything.
No.
Yeah.
It'll definitely make a lot of money.
Yeah.
All right. Andy, do you want to throw out a most anticipated?
I will, and I'll just go ahead and lump two things together because I do feel like I do this every year. But it's kind of repeat last year. It's going to be an interesting year for Marvel because they are really, for better or worse, right or wrong, they are really going all in on this new Avengers movie. It's like 700 people in it. Downey's back. Now the word is out. The spoiler is out. Chris Evans is back. They're really going all in. So it's almost going to be interesting to me to watch that movie just from I'm going to have a front row seat to watch Marvel kind of take this enormous swing.
Yeah.
Because if this doesn't work, it's going to be a very public, fall flat on your face. For Marvel, for the MCU, for Downey, who had this, really kind of beautiful send-off as Iron Man, and then, a few years later just came right back as Doctor Doom.
Downey and Evans.
And
honestly,
Evans both. Yeah, they both had this phenomenal send-off. So there's just kind of the curiosity. And like I said, I think we talked briefly about it. You asked me if I saw the Doomsday trailer when we did the Avatar. No matter how skeptical I am, that Marvel blood still kind of flows through my veins. So you see these, they are doing kind of these cool, subtle teasers where they are giving a lot away, the Evans, and then they just brought out the Thor trailer. And I like kind of the vibe of these trailers so far.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too, it's the Russo brothers, which we talked about when we did the Electric State. All of a sudden it's kind of popular to crap all over them. They did Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. Mm-hmm. So they have a really good MCU track record.
Yes.
So just a lot of, when something is this big, there's just a lot of curiosity and a lot of questions and a lot of, let's see if this works.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that a movie this big from Marvel was not our big, that the Odyssey's the big event movie of the year. And you're right. I kind of can't believe this is, the Doomsday is on my intrigued list.
Yeah.
It comes out December 18th, so I've got some time to build up that enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And I imagine as we get closer, I'll get excited.
Sure. Sure.
But right now, there's sort of that skepticism of just man, I don't know. You're trying a lot.
They are trying everything, it feels like.
And it, like I said, a lot of it to me just feels like desperation, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's all going to come together and be epic.
Yeah, maybe. And then I think kind of side by side, or really shortly, they're going to do Secret Wars, Avengers Secret Wars, which is supposed to come out 1 year after Doomsday. So there's a lot riding on that too.
Yeah.
I mean, if Doomsday is some kind of big disappointment, and it's got a $7 trillion budget, I'm sure. Like, what are we going to do? And then, so the other thing I'm lumping in with that is there's a new Tom Holland Spider-Man movie coming out in July.
Yeah, brand new
day. And that I don't have kind of that like, oh, what are we doing here, guys? Like that, I'm just like, cool. Mm-hmm. I really love Tom Holland Spider-Man. I know that's not a hot take, but I'm excited to see that, see what they do. It's got Sadie Sink in it. She's Max, if you're a Stranger Things fan, the red hair girl. Right. She's pretty popular right now. I'm big into Stranger Things. It just wrapped up last night. So kind of to see her take her first big leap into like big movies and stuff. I'm pretty excited about Spider-Man. Not near as nervous about Spider-Man. Just more excited.
I think Spider-Man's in an interesting place because the last one that had, the trio of Spider-Men in it with Maguire and Garfield, it was almost, so this new one almost feels like the first MCU movie post Endgame. We kind of hit that like high note, and now we're trying to go back and be smaller, I guess, almost again. I'm not saying it's gonna be a small movie, but I'm just saying
I know what you're
kind
saying.
of did the big thing in that movie. So I'm curious about that. And again, it's sort of in the title, Brand New Day. They're trying to kind of reset. Like we kind of had a trilogy of these Spider-Man movies, and now we're trying to start something new. And so the MCU's track record of start something new is not as good. So,
I know.
Yes, I'm very curious about that one. All right. Next movie that I have on my most anticipated, and it might surprise people that it's this high on my most anticipated, but I just can't help it. It's a sequel to a movie that we've talked about a lot and I love. It's Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. Coming out April 10th.
Yeah.
I know next to nothing about it. I guess I know a little bit about the casting, that Samara Weaving's back, and it's got what's her name?
Catherine Newton.
Catherine Newton, yes.
Yeah. Sarah Michelle Gellar's in it.
Okay. Yeah. Just Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. I was like, yes, I will indeed be coming to that movie.
Yeah. Did you watch the trailer?
I didn't.
Okay. So I won't give anything away, but I mean, it definitely just feels like it continues that really fun, kind of over the top, violent, and we're both high on Samara Weaving, so
yeah. I'm excited for that one. Just I've said it before, like horror comedy is my favorite subgenre of horror, and that was one of my favorites that I've seen in that genre. And
it's such a good movie.
I don't know. For some reason, I'm not even like afraid that it didn't need a sequel. It's just gonna mess with the legacy of the first.
Let's just keep doing this.
Yeah. Like it actually kind of lends itself, I think, to more fun, episodic type versions of this.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
Movie I'm really excited for. Maybe you just saw they just dropped this trailer pretty recently. Steven Spielberg has a new movie coming out this year called Disclosure Day.
Yes.
Yeah. It's actually I guess I just kind of wasn't clocking this. First Spielberg movie since The Fabelmans.
Yeah.
Which has been what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, I don't remember how
21 or 2, I think.
It was in the morass of time, like kind of post-COVID that all runs together.
Yeah. But it's been a minute. Yeah. And I thought this was a really intriguing trailer. It's cool for me to see like Emily Blunt in a Spielberg movie. Our guy, Josh O'Connor from Wake Up Dead Man is in this movie.
Yeah.
It's just hard not to get excited about a new Spielberg movie.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned first movie since The Fabelmans, but also his last 2 movies were The Fabelmans and West Side Story. Which both solid movies. I'm not disparaging them at all, but they're both kind of like him doing like, I want to tell some stories I like. I want to remake this, classic. I want to tell a story that's kind of semi-biographical. Biographical. I can't say the word. And then this is him going like, okay, you know what? Let's get back to my roots of like my classic I make, where I'm making alien, movie that's sci-fi with aliens and a big cast and it's spectacle. And it's like, okay, Spielberg, thanks. Like, I do appreciate those other movies,
absolutely.
But I'm excited to see you get back to your most Spielberg essence.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better. And, he's well into his 70s at this point. It's like you do kind of want to see, like, does this dude still have his fastball?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's a Mount Rushmore director in movie history. And when a Mount Rushmore director has a movie coming out, you pay attention.
You pay attention,
which is something we probably should do sometime. We don't have to do it right now, but just...
That'd be really fun.
I feel like it's a pretty easy one, but then there'd end up being like 5, and I know. Oh no.
Yeah,
like, who
5th one would be hard to cut.
All right, number 3, entirely because of the filmmaker. We referenced in our last episode because this filmmaker just made our favorite movie of this past year, I'm looking forward to Zach Krieger's Resident Evil movie strictly on the name Zach Krieger.
100% on his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think actually, I say 100% on his name, and it is. I'm really excited about the fact that I heard him in an interview talk about this Resident Evil movie and how he's not really trying to make just a straight adaptation. It's kind of like he was inspired by the game and gave him ideas that he wanted to make a movie kind of related to the game.
Yeah.
And that's like, okay, that's what I love to hear, is that he's got like sort of original ideas that he's just kind of blending with the Resident Evil IP.
Kind of makes it sound like, like the Resident Evil IP is just kind of like the launching pad for,
Right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I probably should have just mentioned this sooner, but yeah, like, how are you not excited about Krager after the enthusiasm we still have for weapons? And you know who the star of Resident Evil is?
Yeah, it's Austin Abrams.
Yeah, it is. Who just gave we probably should have brought him up when we talked about weapons, just gave a lights out performance and weapons, and now is going to be the lead of Resident Evil. So I'll be there opening night for this one.
For sure.
Also, so intrigued after we just got to experience the amazing marketing of weapons. Just want to see if that carries over into Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Because you know Krager's got some pull now.
Yeah.
After weapons is such a big deal.
For sure.
Yeah, can't wait. Robert Eggers, who did Nosferatu, he has a werewolf movie coming out, cleverly entitled Werewolf.
Yes.
Yes. And he's on record saying this is going to be his darkest movie yet.
Oh, good. Finally. He's
Yeah,
gonna
thank
try
goodness.
something a
This
little
guy's going
dark.
to finally get dark and weird. Just can't help but be excited about this. I really like Nosferatu. I thought Nosferatu was the perfect blending of Eggers' weirdness, finally kind of finding the right material, being down
Right.
on like the lighthouse and like we've talked about a lot. But Nosferatu kind of gave me a renewed enthusiasm for this guy. So I didn't do lists like you did, but this would straddle that line really close between like excited and just curious.
Yeah.
And then just to see how he follows up Nosferatu. And I think already said he's doing his like historical accuracy stuff again. So
Yeah. Once again, this movie's releasing on Christmas Day.
yeah.
And it's strange. It feels so like similar to like Nosferatu, Werewolf, Christmas Day release, 2 years apart.
It does.
It almost feels like, hey, let's just run it back. But I really don't have a problem with that because, just like you, Nosferatu is by far my favorite thing that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I am curious about to see the werewolf movie,
Same.
especially since we talked about I think on the Wolfman pod.
Like,
We were
there's
like, is it just hard to make a good werewolf movie?
Right.
Is anything ever going to come close to Teen Wolf? We don't know.
The answer is no. But let's see if something
I
can
would say,
try.
I honestly think, if anyone maybe can, maybe it's Eggers.
Maybe Eggers is just doing a remake of Teen Wolf and he's just not telling
That
us.
would be the greatest thing
That
ever.
would be so good. Like Eggers directing the van surfing scene.
Yes.
Yeah. That's probably what he's doing.
Well, now I'm just going to be disappointed when that's not what he's doing.
It's going to be a huge letdown.
Yep. My next movie that I actually put on my most anticipated, and I don't know if it should be, but my favorite movie ever is going to have a sequel this year, Andy, and I think I'm anticipated more in like I just need to see it and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's maybe not like most anticipated in like this excited way, but in the like I don't know.
Gotta see
what are you doing?
Yeah.
And do you have a real reason? Is there actually something good here, or are you just tainting the legacy of my favorite movie?
Mm-hmm.
So it's called The Social Reckoning. It's Aaron Sorkin written and directed.
Yeah.
I would have been much more excited if Fincher was back directing and they were
Yeah.
teaming up again. Much more excited if Jesse Eisenberg was back as Mark Zuckerberg, but he's not. There is a good cast involved.
Jeremy
still.
Allen White and Jeremy Strong.
Yeah.
And is Mikey Madison in this? I swear I read that somewhere.
It's possible. I'm
yeah.
blanking on the rest of the cast. I just remember that it was good people
Yeah.
in it. And but yeah, so it's probably my biggest curiosity of the year is the right way to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one that I'm having a hard time getting excited for this one. I think just because it's just that like, why are you doing this?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I don't have that. I think the Social Network is amazing, but I don't have the strong feelings about it like you do. Yeah. So I'm not it just kind of falls in that weird, like, we'll see.
And you know what? If it's bad, then we'll have something else in common, Andy, where our favorite movies will have bad sequels.
Bad sequels, yeah. Well, come over to my side and understand my pain.
Yeah.
You know, our guy Cruz has got a new movie coming out this year, and
Yeah.
you know, it's called Digger.
Yes.
It's got a really weird trailer. It's a cool teaser because you know nothing about the movie. You really don't even see like a clear view of Tom Cruise's face. It's got a good director, and we're so used the last several years to Cruise being in the Mission Impossible and Top Gun universe. I'm super excited just to see him out of those. And not in a bad way. I mean, I have nothing but love for Mission Impossible and Top Gun. But just excited to see Cruise, you know. Looks like he's kind of taking a risk maybe in this. If you could go by that trailer.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. He's doing what I think a lot of us who are Tom Cruise fans,
Like,
movie
dude,
fans, wanted to see was like, we really appreciate this whole stretch of your career where you're just doing crazy physical feats.
Yeah.
But you're also a really good actor.
Yeah,
And we'd like to see you
let's-
try to do some
Let's at least see
real
one
acting.
more. See that one more time.
And this looks like him playing a character.
Yes.
You're right. It's Alejandro Iñárritu directing, who I'm a little more mixed on. I think he's very talented.
Yeah.
But like sometimes his movies are very strange.
Yeah, he can venture into too strange.
Yeah, I mean his last movie was Bardo, which
Yeah.
was like straight to Netflix movie, and it was a movie like I made it like 15 minutes into,
rough.
and I was just like I'm just kind of out.
Yeah, it's rough.
But I was, he made Birdman and The Revenant back to back, and I
Yeah.
thought like if nothing else, very impressive feats of filmmaking.
Exactly. So can't help but kind of be excited about this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'd be really cool to see. I have no idea if this movie's gonna be this kind of movie, but it'd be really cool to see Cruise have another Oscar nominee worthy performance late in career here
It would be really cool. I'm always rooting for Cruz.
for sure. And that was definitely on my list of most anticipated because of that.
Yeah,
My next one on my list is Project Hail Mary.
that's on mine too.
We both love Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Guys are just effortlessly enjoyable to watch on screen.
Absolutely.
It looks like they're leaning into all his strengths in this movie. Like, hey, you're cool and smart, but you're like kind of goofy and, self-deprecating.
So just go
and,
do that.
Yeah. And you're going to be doing it in space with this weird creature. The other thing that really helped me, because at first it's kind of like, I don't know about this. And it's like from the author of The Martian.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that dude knows how to write smart stuff.
He does. And cool directors. This is Phil Lord and Chris
Yeah.
Miller, who did like the Lego movie, the Spider-Verse movie. So
Yeah.
these guys know how to make good, smart, fun movies too. I'm really excited for this because I want to see. I always felt like, what was the Gosling Emily Blunt movie that we talked about in 10?
Fall Guy.
Fall Guy. Thank you. That movie just did not get the love and the box office that I felt like it deserved. So I'm kind of curious to see like the box office results of this movie. It's like, come on, like Gosling's just so good, and like everything you just said. So I hope this is a good movie, and I hope it's a successful movie.
Yeah, you're right. Like Fall Guy was such a surprise not hit
Yeah.
that
I just assumed because Emily Blunt was coming off Oppenheimer, Gosling was coming off Barbie, looked like a lot of fun, and it just did like okay at best. And I was just like, what? How did that happen? So kind of interested to see just the box office too of this.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Look, I like Scream.
It's on my list.
And there's a new Scream movie coming out actually really soon, like in February.
Yeah, it was actually literally next on my list.
Okay.
So.
Like I always say, at the risk of sounding like a hypocrite, this is the 7th Scream movie, which is a lot.
I know, and the way we just said the same number about Jurassic World Rebirth, we're like, it's the seventh film in a franchise as a negative thing, and yet here we are.
But Scream has done this really cool thing where they do kind of find ways to take the same formula, but they manage to somehow make it feel fresh, whether it's smart casting. They latched on to Jenna Ortega at the perfect time for the last 2 movies. She's not in this one. Nev Campbell's back, so there's that intrigue. So I am excited, but also a little like, oh, I hope this is good. These have been really good up to this point, but
yeah, what you don't want is the franchise to have to die because they just finally ran out of steam. You want them to end with, I mean, it sounds weird to say for the Scream franchise, but like a kind of a perfect record. Like
It
they don't
kind of
have
is,
they don't
yeah.
have just a bad miss.
Yeah.
I mean, even the like lesser installments are still really watchable and enjoyable.
Yeah, I've always said like 3 and 4 are the weakest to me, but I'll still sit and watch those. If they come on, I'll watch them 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you just don't want to see, like, I just don't want to be sitting there going, oh no, they did it, they jumped the shark, and
Yeah.
because you are asking a lot of your audience, like Sidney Prescott gets attacked again, but this, they're making the phone calls to her again. I saw the trailer, I watched it, and I was like, yeah, it looks fun. So we'll see. A lot of unanswered questions too, like Matthew Lillard is back in this movie. Like he's in the movie. Like whether that's going to be like a flashback. I think what's his name? Scott Foley, who was the killer in 3, who clearly died. He got like shot in the head. He's listed as being in this movie.
Interesting.
So I don't know. I would assume it'd have to be some kind of flashback type situation. But that does make me kind of go, uh-oh.
Yeah,
Are we getting desperate and we're
sort of like a psychological haunting situation, like where all the killers of the past are like haunting
could
her
be that.
visions or
It
something?
could be
It's-
nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
But it does. I go, uh-oh. It's got, I don't remember her name, but the girl playing her daughter, she was on a show that my kids used to watch when they were little called Alexa and Katie. And then she's in she's in the Yellowstone universe.
Okay.
Isabella May, I think is her name. So it's always exciting to see like, oh, is this going to be like one of our new exciting young actors or actresses to watch? And I think from a career standpoint, signing on to be in a Scream movie is pretty smart move to kind of take that first big leap. So
Yeah. Isabella May, who was in 1883, which
Okay.
is a show I really liked. Yeah, that was a good one.
yeah, so interested to see if we can do it again with Scream.
Yeah. And Scream, because of the nature of what the movies are, being kind of this like meta commentary on the genre in general, it's always being fed kind of new material to play off of. And I think that's why it keeps working.
You're probably right. That's a really great point. And it's always kind of fun to see like what are they going to kind of pick on in their meta commentary now? Like what avenue that horror's gone down is this new Scream movie going to kind of make fun of and comment on? So
Yeah.
just looking forward to it.
Yep. The next one, which is the last one on my like most anticipated list, is Dune Part 3.
Yeah.
Now, there's 2 things I want to say about this. One is, I think it's very interesting that for the longest time, it seemed like it was just going to be a 2-movie thing. And then it was kind of like, when the last one came out, I was like, oh no, we're going to do a third. I've heard a lot, and I don't know from experience, but I've heard a lot about how the books just get weirder and weirder. And people are like, I don't know about, doing this book 3. But the other thing that's a curiosity to me is this movie going to actually come out? When it says right now it's slated as
To open against Doomsday.
against Doomsday. And I'm like, I can't imagine one of these 2 isn't going to move. And Doomsday, I feel like they can't move unless you're moving it up. Like you just can't go you can't push back how long it's been since they've had one of these big tentpole MCU movies.
Yeah.
And I know that Spider-Man's coming out, but like this one's so important to them. I can't imagine them moving. And so it's like, if maybe Dune will move, but what if they don't? What if these 2 movies are actually head-to-head? And I've seen people trying to market it as a Barbenheimer thing and call it Doomsday, and it's like it's
not the same. Barbenheimer was just this weird, almost like once in a generation
Yes.
convergence.
Right.
You can't just replicate that.
Because and the sort of humor of that one was that they were such different,
This-
completely stylistically different movies, and these 2 are too closely.
They overlap, as you would say in the Venn diagram.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the biggest fascinating thing to me. If I was Dune, I read somewhere, there's a lot of information out there. I don't know how reputable this is, but as of now, I saw where it was like, as of now, Dune has no plans to move its release date. And you're like, guys, just move your release date.
Yeah.
I would just go into October if I was them.
Yeah. To me, with zero behind the scenes knowledge, feels like studio exec egos to me, like playing chicken. Like, we're not moving our movie, you
Dude,
move
move
your
your
movie.
movie.
And yeah, eventually somebody will
Like, no
blink
matter
and-
how skeptical I may be about Doomsday, don't try and fight Doomsday. Like, just get out of the way.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember when the other Dune movies came out, because I don't even think it's been like
The last one, wasn't it like February
that's
or
what
March?
I want to say. Like, they haven't been like late
because it
December
got moved.
releases.
Because it was, I remember texting you. It was supposed to be Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I remember texting you and being like, "Oh, dude, bad news. They just bumped Dune 2."
It was actually supposed to be a few weeks before Thanksgiving because now I remember it was supposed to be my birthday weekend. Because
Yes.
I was like, oh, I'm going to go see Dune 2 on my birthday weekend. They got bumped.
And they did it to like February or early March.
Yeah, but my point in bringing that up is it's not like Dune's going, no, this has been our release date. We got to stick
Yeah.
with our December
They
releases.
can really
now.
go, just move, Dune. Just move. That brings up a point. I wanted to find a way to work this in. Another thing I'm looking forward to in 2026 is not a movie, but it's a movie star. So whenever Dune comes out, if it does come out in 2026, Zendaya is going to be in Spider-Man, The Odyssey, and Dune.
Could be a pretty good year.
She has the potential to have one of the all-time great movie years.
Yeah.
And Tom Holland's got The Odyssey and Spider-Man coming out 2 weeks apart. And
presumably he's in Doomsday.
If he is, I can't even keep track.
I saw a thing yesterday, which again, I never know what's true anymore online.
Exactly.
That Hugh Jackman and Tom Holland were going to fight together in Doomsday.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, if that's true, cool.
So that's another thing I'm excited about in 2026 is Tom Holland and Zendaya can just light the world on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a real life couple, and they just are, at least in 2 enormous movies, at least. I mean, Zendaya we know is in 3 if Dune stays in 2026.
Yeah.
And that would just be an interesting conversation to have about this. They'd be like the all-time power couple if all these movies land and do well.
Yeah, which, I mean, there's a
And the odds
good
are
chance.
pretty high.
There's not like a big, weird, artsy risk taker movie.
No,
in that.
it's pretty high chance, yeah.
Yeah. That is interesting.
Just kind of interesting.
Yeah. What I have left now on my list are just intriguing movies that I'm kind of like, I'm interested. And the first one, I genuinely have no idea how to feel about it, and it's coming very soon. It's 28 years later, The Bone Temple. And the reason being is we've talked about 28 years later, you listed as the most mid movie of the year. I couldn't disagree with you. I still don't know how to feel about it.
Right.
And so, almost a year after seeing it, going, I still don't know how to feel about it, and here's the sequel coming out right on its heels. I just don't know.
I don't know either. I just saw the trailer for it when Molly and I went to see Anaconda, and I don't know. Because I don't want to be fooled again by a cool trailer.
Right.
They know how to make, you show, these infected running through the woods chasing someone, and you're like, oh, that looks really cool. But that's kind of what the last trailer did. And that movie was just a big pile of nothing to me. So I don't really know how to feel about this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll definitely be giving it a shot.
Yeah, I will
because I'm intrigued. I think the curiosity is almost like how rapidly it's coming out after the previous one. Because they basically
last one was
made them back to back, I guess.
Right, and the last one came out June.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. And this one's January.
Yeah.
This is a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've hit my heavy hitters. Now I'm to the point I have Supergirl written down just because I want to see if James Gunn's DCU kind of keeps some momentum because I thought Superman was really good and fun.
Right, same.
So I mean I can't help but be interested. I wrote down The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Okay.
But even as I was writing it, I was like, but am I really that excited about this movie?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. So Supergirl was on my intrigued. Can't wait to kind of hear about it. I feel like I'm a little less intrigued when I heard it's going to take place entirely in space.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I mean, James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy. And again, he's not making this movie. He's just one of the...
But he's...
spearheading it. But yeah, it just made me a little less intrigued. The Mandalorian and Grogu, that ended up on my probably big movies I don't care about list, which is what I titled that. Probably big movies I don't care about. And I mean, the reality is I haven't watched The Mandalorian, the show, and so I don't care. The preview looks really strange. I was kind of is this meant to be a kid's movie? Kind of with the styling and humor.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
And so I just I don't know what this is. It looks like a movie to sell toys, honestly, is what I thought.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. The next movie that I have on here is honestly just because of the guys in it, and that's The Rip which is Matt Damon and Ben Affleck acting together
Yeah.
in what's probably going to be a generic Netflix action movie that won't be very good. But I just like those two guys being together.
It's hard. It's really hard not to like those guys together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really all I have to say about that.
Same.
Honestly, because I don't even know really what the movie's about other than I think they're cops. And
They're cops, I
together.
believe. Yeah. I haven't seen a trailer or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're very likable separate, but they're really likable together, and they've got the whole history. So, yeah. I don't have a lot left because then there's just a lot of like you kind of go through the list of heavy hitters for the year, and it's like there's a Toy Story 5 coming out, and that just no longer applies to me, really.
Nope. Yep. On my list of probably big movies I don't care about because I never saw Toy Story 4. I was like,
stupid.
you made 3 solid Toy Story movies.
Yeah.
I watched them. That's great.
I like Toy Story
And
1,
I was
2,
like,
3.
Just stop.
Just stop.
Yeah.
So we're getting another one of those. Yeah. Then there was a couple things like I don't know if I couldn't see that where we have got the official announcement that the Cliff Booth movie is coming out this year. So I just left that alone because I know they're making it and Fincher's directing it, which is still weird to me.
So weird.
So weird. But I never saw where like, yes, this movie is coming out in 2026.
Yeah. I'll run through some more of my intrigued, like I kind of waiting to hear for it. One is The Bride, which is Maggie Gyllenhaal's Bride of Frankenstein.
That feels like it could either be really good or just one of the worst movies of the year.
Even the trailer, like, I didn't really think the trailer looked very good. But honestly, it's just that it's Jesse Buckley and Christian Bale, and I'm like, I really like both of them.
Yeah.
And so I guess I'm intrigued for that reason.
Yeah.
Pretty much alone.
Yeah.
The Breadwinner, just because Nate
Bargatze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
I am excited about that.
It probably will be very mediocre, but it's just almost more of a curiosity of like, will this guy that I think is really funny doing stand-up comedy be any good in a movie?
This is one of the things where I was really excited about it because I do like his stand-up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw the trailer, and I was like, uh-oh. That's a really bad trailer. It's just like, oh, Nate Bargatze falls down the stairs. Oh, Nate Bargatze spills paint on himself.
And it's honestly a premise that we've seen a lot. Like, dad has to take on the
and then
job
dad's
of mom,
just an idiot.
And he, I don't know how she can do this because this is an impossible task. So we gotta,
Yeah, and it's like it really seems like it's all going to be dependent on if Nate Bargatze's good in this movie, and what he's so good at is his words, his dialogue, his phrasing, his dry
delivery.
I don't need to see him fall off the roof of his house. You know what I mean? So that was a disappointing trailer.
Yeah. This one is really just a personal thing. The fact that they're making a Masters of the Universe movie. I have like this soft spot in my heart for the old terrible Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, it's
Masters
amazing.
Of the Universe. Like it is so watchably. I mean, I know it's terrible, but it's like,
oh yeah,
I love it.
I grew up on Masters of the Universe. I played with the toys. I had so yeah. But then my thing with that is like, is that relevant at all in 2026?
Absolutely not. I don't think any young people have any frame of reference for what that is.
I don't think so either.
But it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things where like, if the right people are making it, and I'm not even saying who the right people are, I don't know, but somebody who like has a connection to it, but also has like creativity and good ideas, and they know how to
it could be fun.
It could be really fun, but it could also just go bad really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, you just never know. I would imagine somebody who's making this. Well, I guess there's several things. Is it a studio just going like, hey, digging through our old properties and find something, and then Masters of the Universe, just hire out a writer, hire out a director, and everybody's just sort of doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Or is this somebody going like, hey, I love this franchise when I was a kid, and I
want to
make the good one, and that's the better scenario. But then you still have like two camps where it means too much to them, and
they're too precious about it, as you would say,
or they go the like, hey, we loved I Know What You Did Last Summer, and so we want to remake it like last year. Yeah. And then every once in a while you get somebody who's like, I love this material and I want to make it good again. Yeah. And they breathe life into it. And
we shall see.
Yeah. We got a few more. There's a Cliffhanger movie, which is some kind of
Pierce Brosnan
remake involved with it. And I don't know. Do we need a Cliffhanger remake? Absolutely not. You can watch the original just fine, but like, it's dumb fun.
It is. I'm so mad at that though, because for a hot minute, Sylvester Stallone was back. And then there was like he wanted too much money or something, and it's like, oh, I would have loved to see old Stallone just do Cliffhanger again.
Yeah, it might be for the best though, because he is old, and
He's
it would
old.
probably be like really bad action.
Oh
with him
yeah,
trying-
it probably would have been terrible.
Yeah, Lily
but-
James is starring in it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just, I guess the hesitancy might be like we kind of just did something similar with Running Man,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh yeah, that's
it's been long enough.
It's been
We
long
could-
enough. It's
and it just
could
didn't
be a
work.
good movie, and it didn't really. Yeah,
yeah.
and so we could have that.
Look,
or
I am all for a dumb action movie succeeding though.
yeah,
I've always said on here, there's room in the world for dumb action movies.
yeah. Clayface,
Yeah,
DC movie.
I'm having a really hard time getting excited about that.
I have zero idea what that character is, or
he
why
melts, kind of.
Yeah, why this is going to be a standalone DCU movie.
I don't know.
I think the intrigue is just that, like, why?
Why?
I'm so curious as to why that, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So again, just intrigued, not excited, just like I can't wait
curious.
to hear something.
Sure.
The Street Fighter movie, because it has the potential to maybe actually hit the right tone of like, we know how dumb this is. As opposed to, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. I've got Mortal Kombat 2 on my big movies I don't care about.
Yeah.
Because that last Mortal Kombat movie was so bad. It was trying to be like
Serious
sincere, and like cool.
Yeah.
And like it can't. And the Street Fighter looks like they go, let's do something totally opposite of that. Let's go like really goofy and ridiculous, and maybe it will be a lot of fun. I don't know.
Maybe
Could be
it'll
really
finally
bad.
prove once and for all that we just don't need Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat movies.
Yeah.
Because they've tried really hard to make Mortal Kombat movies a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this one should definitely be on my not looking forward to it, but I don't know why. I saw it and I just thought, and that's Fokker-in-Law. And I think the only reason is it's been so long since Ben Stiller's done a comedy, hasn't it? Like I just haven't seen it, and I'm just kind of like, I kind of miss funny Ben Stiller, and it just made me think like, but it's
that
probably gonna be
franchise just
terrible.
kind of died. Like
Yeah.
Meet the Parents holds up really well.
Yeah.
Really, really funny. Second one, you're like, eh. Third one's terrible. And De Niro's just so weird anymore, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
And it's like
it'll
Ariana
probably be
Grande's in
terrible.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes out November 25th, but I don't know. I think I just really would like the idea of Stiller being in a funny movie.
I like
again.
Stiller a lot. I've been
Yeah.
Dodgeball's on Netflix right now. I've watched it like 3 times in the last month.
Yeah. I guess he's just been busy like directing and making Severance.
Severance,
and,
yeah. It's a bummer though, because I don't know. Maybe he listened to the online backlash, because for a while there it was like Ben Stiller was in every movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, all I've got left are my probably big movies I don't care about.
Okay.
We've named some of them.
Yeah,
I guess I should ask, do you have any more that you want to name?
I think
for-
I'm good. I'll
Okay.
just chime in a little bit on yours.
Yeah. So right near the top of the list, these basically just go in release date order. The Devil Wears Prada 2. Be honest with you, I saw The Devil Wears Prada. I didn't care. It was a nothing to me.
Yeah.
It just,
I know.
you know,
Why?
water off a duck's back. I don't know.
Yeah. Why are they making this?
Yeah, I don't know. We mentioned a couple others. Scary Movie 6. Again, why? And they're making a
Why?
big deal like, oh, like Marlon Wayans is back. It's
They're
like,
back.
cool. I love that you're saying that. Like, I can't believe with all the successful movies he's been having,
But
he's come back
he
to this
came
franchise.
back
Yeah,
to Scary
like,
Movie.
I,
Like, it's not that big of a
it's-
deal.
like, yeah, I think he was free.
Yeah.
You know, right along with Toy Story 5 is Minions 3.
Those Minions and Despicable Me movies just will not go away.
No, they will not. Unfortunately, they just keep making money. The Moana live action remake, maybe the most annoyed I've been by any of these live action remakes. I'm annoyed by all of them, but it's like, dude, Moana just came out.
It just came
A
out.
sequel came out this past year.
Yeah.
You are casting The Rock in the part he voiced, which I know they did the same thing with How to Train Your Dragon. They cast Gerard Butler playing his same. And it's
Still.
like, you literally could not get any closer to just releasing the same movie again.
It's almost like insulting.
It is.
Yeah.
And yet it's going to work. I think that's what makes me so mad.
It probably will.
I feel like Will Ferrell playing Mugatu and Zoolander standing on stage saying, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Yeah.
You know, this
Yeah,
is
you
the
just
same
want to
movie.
announce everyone like, don't go see this movie. If you go, they will just keep doing this.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, Rock. Like, you gave this amazing performance on the Smashing Machine. Like, you've got some range and stuff. It's like, this is what you want to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like, I mean, probably they would have just found another way because they've got to make these movies and make money, I guess. But if The Rock said no, I mean, who the heck else are they?
No one else can do that.
The movie falls apart, right? They were like, "Oh, we can't make this movie
Yeah,
because The
it's like,
Rock's
come
out." Like,
on,
so
Rock.
he could have just shut it
Just
down.
said no. Yeah.
Maybe I should actually have some more respect for this one because we talked about it on the podcast. We actually both kind of liked the last installment, but the Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping, it's just kind of like another Hunger Games. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It feels like we're getting close to the point where they're really sucking all the life out of this franchise and just doing too much.
The Narnia movie that I think is not
Greta
quite officially
Gerwig.
titled by Greta Gerwig. I think it's
Yeah.
based on the magician's nephew.
I just
supposedly.
can't get excited about that.
I know. I know people think that there's the Venn diagram between like Lord of the Rings and the Narnia movies should be like a pretty big overlap,
But it's
to me, it's
not.
not like. Yeah, I don't know. And Greta Gerwig, like I like her, but it's just like, why does she want to do?
Feels
this?
like a weird mismatch of things. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not really excited about this.
And then the last one I have listed is an untitled Jumanji: The Next Level sequel coming out in December. And it's just kind of like, listen, I actually think those are fun movies.
They're
like,
very harmless.
But just you don't need to keep doing it.
Yeah,
Like there surely isn't ideas left.
probably isn't. Yeah, those are harmless fun, but yeah, like you got. I don't want to say you got lucky with the last two, but it's like those came out and those were big hits, and people just kind of liked them. And I think everyone kind of felt that way. Like these are just good movies to have on. Feels like we may be pressing our luck. I mean, the only positive thing I can say is I did see The Rock because he's everywhere, like on Instagram, saying this is going to be the last one. So I don't know.
It also feels like weirdly that movie caught each of the participants at the right
At
time.
a really good time.
I mean, the Rock, he was kind of at the peak of his powers, anyways, but Kevin Hart really felt like he was in the midst of becoming Kevin Hart and a big thing. Jack Black felt like he hadn't done a lot of like kind of his goofy comedies in a while. It was like
People were just happy
it was
to
like a
see him
reminder,
again.
whereas opposed to this one be coming off of Jack Black doing a series of like very, he did Minecraft and Anaconda. It's like, okay, we've seen goofy, weird movie Jack Black.
Yeah, and then the red-haired chick was Nebula.
Yeah.
And this is during, the Infinity War in-game time frame, so that probably helped too. And yeah, it kind of feels like maybe the time has come and gone to strike.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Could be an all-time bad year for The Rock if the live-action Moana and the Jumanji movie kind of fall flat.
I know. I feel bad rooting for Moana to fall flat for the people involved, but I just am.
Yeah,
So.
me too.
So, two movies I have to reference are not on my list.
Okay.
And it's crazy to me that they're not on my list. And that's whatever Jordan Peele's next movie is, because it feels like the past 2 years we've had like near the end of the year.
I know, and then they're like,
Jordan
oh,
Peele
no, it's not happening.
And this year it's just not even listed anywhere. It's kind of like, is Jordan Peele... I mean,
You
like,
okay, man?
Yeah, like by all means, take your time. Make sure when you make something, it's because you're ready and you like it. But also,
You're taking a lot of time.
Yeah, like what's happening, man?
Like when was Nope? Like 2022?
Something like that. I can.
I
check
think
real
it
quick,
was.
But I just want to be like, I just don't know what changed from like it was on schedules to like
'Cause at
now
one
it's
point
just
it was
not
like
even.
Christmas
Yeah, it was 2022. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if he doesn't have a movie come out this year, that's a long time.
And then the other one that goes right along with that is the Spider-Verse movie. Across the Spider-Verse, which was a part 1, came out in 2023, and originally the part 2 was going to come out in 24, which the creators were like,
They're
whoa,
like,
whoa,
whoa.
don't announce that. And so then it got announced as like, okay, we'll do it 2025, and now it's not even on the slate for 2026.
Yeah, that's frustrating. It's frustrating.
So I guess it could always pop up. They could maybe they're working on it. Maybe we get a surprise thing. But yeah, so we don't have those two movies, and I don't know. It just disappointed me. I think when I went and started looking and before I saw the movies that were actually slated, I kind of assumed that those would be on there somewhere, and they would be on my most anticipated, and they just weren't there.
It's really disappointing. There's definitely a strike while the fire is hot type of thing with these movies, and there's a window of time, and sometimes it feels like it closes.
Yeah, I mean the Spider-Verse thing feels kind of like, but obviously it didn't matter. This was still a huge success. It kind of feels like the Stranger Things thing, where it's like, why are we taking so long to get the next thing out?
And then that just naturally kind of builds like frustration and
and then two other things that I just want to touch on, because sort of similarly, but it's not as surprising, is that we don't have Tarantino's last movie on the slate.
Dude's just too busy bad-mouthing everybody.
If he had stuck with maybe his like critic idea, I bet then it would have been this year, but he didn't stick with it. So
I don't think there's hardly any chance we're going to get a Tarantino movie this year.
Yeah, and then this one is I just thought of it because I was looking back on our previous anticipated episodes, and the Kevin Costner Horizon movie sequel that was made and just never released, and I was just kind of like,
I haven't heard a thing about that.
I guess it is just permanently dead.
Yeah. Is there supposed to be like 2 or 3 more of them?
I think he had planned out.
Or he just never got into
He planned out to do those, but then he made the first 2 together.
Yeah.
They were supposed to come out months apart over, this was 2023 that the first one came out in the summer, and then it did so poorly. They shelved the second one, and now it's just nothing's happened with it.
It's weird.
And I'm like, God, I cannot believe it's not even just going to come to a streaming service.
Just drop it on a streaming service at this point.
It is, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll never understand the like business setup where somehow it's more advantageous for a studio to just shelve it than release it somehow.
Yeah. And then it's like, but by all means, let's market and release I Know What You Did Last Summer. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. It's always going to be frustrating.
It really is.
Yeah.
But of course, as we wrap up this anticipated podcast, the thing we're always most anticipating is that thing we don't know about.
Absolutely. I love, love, love when a movie just sneaks up on us.
Yeah.
That's the best.
And man, it really felt like that happened a lot in 2025. So
yeah, it did.
Yeah. I said it, 2025 was the year of like inverted expectations, where a lot of my most anticipated ended up not being my favorites of the year. Mm-hmm. And not to say I want that again. I want to love all my anticipated movies, but I'm really looking forward to those ones that sneak up on me.
Always excited for the movie that I don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the part where once again we ask our audience, hey, let us know. What is it that you're looking forward to in 2026? What are you excited about? Let us know. Maybe you're not so excited about some things like we shared.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. What are the movies?
I feel like a lot of people will be stoked about the Odyssey.
I feel like
I really do.
The Odyssey. I think people are curious about Doomsday. I've got friends that are MCU people that are really excited that Chris Evans is back.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think those will be big movies, and sadly, I think there's probably a lot of people who are looking forward to Moana.
And I was just gonna say to all our Moana fans, send your hateful comments directly to Jeremy.
Yes, please do. Go ahead.
Right.
It'll fuel me.
That's right. It'll only add to my anger.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for joining us for this episode.
See you in 2026.
That's right.
Yeah.